So I have Shay Gorman, who is at East Valley High School, Amanda Dorsey, who used to be at LC and is now at SFCC, Casey Garner, who is a freshman at Ferris, the only school in District 81 that doesn't even have a GSA right now, Evelyn Beard, who is at LC, and Jade Nakagawa, who is at CV, who we heard a little bit about. So I'm going to I've given the youth some topics to cover. I'm going to give each of them 5 minutes. I ask for this panel that you hold your questions until the end and let each youth take their 5 minutes to speak to the issue of GSAs and safe space in their schools, their experience, positive and negative. And then after they're done, then we'll open it up for Q&A. Thank you. Shay, you can go ahead and start.
Well, I'm president of PRIDE. It's People Responsibility and Diversity Education. I founded our GSA when I was in 7th grade. Well, in middle school. Our middle school has one and our high school has one, and the GSA turned from a GSA to PRIDE when I got into high school, and it's been strong for 4 years now, and the whole entire school is a safe space. The staff is behind us 100%. And we just had a day of silence thing, and about 85% of the school participated. It was extremely quiet that day. The teachers were actually pretty happy. And it had a very large impact. And I am very proud of our school and our administration because it's just so open and accepting. And our school, we also have like peer counselors. And last month I taught even a sex ed class, which I don't know if it was legal, but it was like a low down thing. But yeah, so it's very, we're very productive and forward, and it'll survive for a very long time, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm Amanda, and I restarted the GSA at LC mostly because it stopped for about a year. The teacher before he died from liver failure, so he was really, I got into the GSA before he died because they had the day of silence, and I didn't even know LC had a GSA, so I saw them in the hallway passing out these ribbons, and I was like, oh, I want to be involved in something. And so I grabbed a ribbon, I wore it all day, and I did the day of silence. And so after that, I joined the group, and I got to see kind of how they went through, and they did a lot of, like the day of silence, a lot of days like that. And so they were really actually pretty, big in the school, at least my freshman year. And then I think sophomore year is when he passed away, I believe. I don't remember exactly. But senior year, I picked it back up and got it going. And my biggest thing was trying to do what they had been previously doing, trying to get, the day of silence, AIDS days, like stuff like that, get them out and get the school to know about it, and, sexual education too. And it was difficult to get restarted a lot of, because too there was no longer a teacher who was like, yay, this is something, important to myself, so I want to help out the students. So I just wanted to pick a teacher that would be okay if we went in their classroom. So I picked Miss Pettick, which Mr. Jordan knows, and she is an amazing teacher. She works extremely hard, so she can't participate too much into the class because she spends hours and hours and hours working on her in-class stuff because she's overly dedicated to it. And so it was very much student run, and I wanted to make every student kind of feel like they had a voice, and so I set up, people couldn't be the president all year long. It was kind of short term, so we can keep people, feeling like they had a voice. And that really helped, and it started out pretty quiet. We had a lot of, and I think we still did, I didn't actually understand until 5 minutes ago. We had problems with people pulling down posters too, and I thought it's just because they thought it was in the wrong place, because I made sure it was in the right place, and we cleared it through the school that we could put them up. They were all, they're all okay. And so we put them up and they kept getting torn down. So we're like, oh, well, I'll just put them higher because I didn't understand why they were getting taken down. So that was my how to fix the problem. And it was actually really interesting to like be able to, I got it started, got it going, got people to start coming, and then to sit back and watch other students, because I was a senior, so I couldn't keep going next year. That would be awkward. Going and so I wanted to let the younger youth get a chance to be, you know, the president of the club, so they know how to do it for the years, you know, coming, because it's really about getting, you know, younger and younger people into it, because you can't be a senior and keep going back to high school. So that was the biggest challenge. Was, yeah, just with the posters, I didn't understand that why they were being taken down. So yeah.
So the biggest challenge, I think, at Ferris right now, like you said, we're one of the only schools in the district that doesn't have, that does not have a GSA like at all. We do have Odyssey, and that it's advertised at the school a little bit, but that's the closest thing we have to a GSA. And there's still, the issue's kind of fired back up, I think. It's gotten more important and more highlighted, but the people still are, they kind of seem invisible, almost like people don't see the issue as real. And like how Ian was saying when he went on his little statistic rage, there's still a lot going on, and it's still important. So I think at this time, it's almost necessary now. Like, the only thing I can say is why not have a GSA at Ferris, because there's no reason not to, and I think that would be the benefit of the school, because there's so many kids who, like you said, skip class and are letting their grades fall behind, and a lot of that is because of bullying and because they don't feel safe. So I think if we had a GSA at Ferris, then they would kind of have a place to turn to, because the only place right now I think we have is the guidance counseling office, which is not the most reliable place, because you go in and tell them what's happening, and then they said, okay, you did the right thing, you send them off to class and don't do anything about it. So I think a GSA would benefit us in that way, where we would actually have someone to turn to, people that you can trust, and people that will listen to you and actually want to do something about it. So that's, I think, our biggest issue right now in the school is just not having one. Like,